I always wanted to do something cool in the world. And so, I was always inspired to do something cool in the world and wake up in the morning and be fired up. Like I get up this morning, I scroll through my calendar and I got a really cool day today. I'm on this with you. I got a great meeting coming up at 4 o'clock. I've been looking forward to for weeks. I'm really, and so I just want to do cool things, but I don't know why maybe some people don't believe that they can. And I was that insecure kid too, right? I mean, everybody was,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the few weren't. I actually think they're sort of sociopathic
Hmm.
when they're teenagers and they actually have confidence. Like, I think there's something wrong with that, but I don't know what the answer is to that.
But don't they need to know that you're like them?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I grew up in a small rural community in Michigan, right? I'm not a bright guy. I didn't set no one would have suspected that I would go on and build a company like this. And so, yeah,
Do you
I
think
was
it's more
always
of
just,
do you think it's more of this idea maybe that I don't know at what moment Mike probably started believing that he could do anything, but maybe it was more important that nobody told you couldn't.
that's a very good point. Okay. That's a very good point because I tell people my parents put me through they gave me quite a nice undergraduate education. It was a small liberal arts private school. It was very expensive, and my parents were clear though. At the end of that, it was over, and I was on my own. Right? There was nothing there for me. But here I was, and 25 years old, working as a assistant manager in a coffee shop. After I left the university, my mom was a professor at that university, and I was working for one of her colleagues, and they set me up on a tee. I mean, they set me up perfectly. I was getting published in papers. I was going to be able to handpick my graduate school, like no joke. And that's the opportunity I gave up to become an assistant manager in a coffee shop. And like I look at that now, they never questioned me. They not one time did they say, are you sure this is what you want to be doing? They just loved me and supported me. And so, yeah, that I think that's a really, really important part of this is that nobody told me I could, but nobody told me I couldn't either. And so I think that, I guess the other piece, Mark, that, you know, I don't like talking about because it makes it sound like if you don't have it, it can't work. But I was always like carve your eyeballs out competitive. And I was like, I was gonna win. I was gonna win. I didn't care what we were doing. I don't care. I didn't care if we were playing, you know, uh, tic tac toe on the driveway. I was gonna win. And that was a powerful personality trait for me. And I do think there's some need for that in entrepreneurship.